Hey guys, welcome back to Board Watch. I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
And we are about ready to get into episodes 3 and 4 right now, season 2. Before we get started, just a few more pre-Q&A things. A lot of people were asking about like Stannis and Renly and like Gloria Chen, Medina M, Dr. Longclaw. Do you have a preference? Like, I mean, obviously you probably would rather have Robb, but like of the Baratheons, do you have a preference over which one you think would make a better ruler between Stannis and Renly?
Okay, this comes with a caveat because right now I want to say Stannis, but then also Melisandre, the woman, is to put into this as well because she also has a sway, and they just had sex in the last episode that I saw, and so I feel like she would have a negative sway on him, and I don't like that influence. But then also Renly, on a kind of a connection level, Renly has his knight. What was the knight's name?
Oh,
the Rose.
Knight of the Rose. Loras Tyrell.
Loras Tyrell, who has his family backing him, and that's probably who's backing Renly. But I don't necessarily know how he would be in the ear of Renly either, and so. But I would still say Stannis would be
a better ruler.
My better ruler, in my opinion, just from what I've seen so far.
Okay, and there's a few people asking about Melisandre, actually. Sol Gnalib, it might be a word backwards, because it looks like belongs, loss, backwards. It makes more sense. I don't know, whatever. Is Melisandre good or bad for Stannis? And more specifically, someone wants to know if you think Melisandre actually believes what she's talking about with the Lord of Light, or if she's just kind of like a bullshit artist.
Ooh. I kind of thought about that too. I just, I didn't want to jump to conclusions yet. I kind of figured that would kind of play out along, but I don't think. I mean, it's the Game of Thrones, so I do feel like she's vying for power. So I do feel like, she isn't necessarily telling the entire truth about the Lord of Light, but I do feel like she has some belief on it, and she has some type of enchantment or power because she didn't die off of the poison, and so she has some. Maybe that's just something that she's already gifted with, so then she attributes it to the Lord of Light. But I don't think necessarily it's like anything that's like crazy about it. I don't think she's like lying about everything to everyone.
Okay. And thoughts on Tyrion and Shay, the whore that he ended up bringing to King's Landing, despite the fact that
his dad said Tyrion's weakness.
Whores. Whores are his weakness.
Love. Acceptance, no. Yeah, really, really fucking bad, or excuse my wording, really bad, and because this is the thing, now even Varys has something over Tyrion, as much as he's like, don't threaten me, which, hey, I like how he stood up to him.
Yeah, because Tyrion's like, I know the game, alright? I don't like threats. He's like, I wasn't threatening.
And then he's like, but understand. So it's just, I don't, because if he doesn't have that at all, then what are you going to threaten him with, his life?
Right.
And at that point, I don't think his father would even let him just get killed like that. I think he now at least values his life. And so it's bad for him because that's going to be his pressure point. I'm really scared to see what happens for her. But something bad. And probably once Joffrey finds out about it, he'll be the one to make her do something, or something bad will happen to her. Probably along the lines of her having sex with someone, which sucks, just because of already what he's been through, and they kind of foreshadowed like what's already happened to him.
Oh,
and she's a whore. No offense, not like in her impression.
That's what she is.
I'm kind of scared. I don't think he would have sex with her. That would be kind of crazy, and I also think illegal. I don't know how old he's supposed to be or what it is, but someone probably has sex with her, which is super, super messed up. But I feel like that's worth. It's not only to just kill her. I think it's a little like. I don't know, maybe they'll just behead her. Either way, something bad is going to happen to her, and it's going to set Joffrey off in a bad way, and that'll be some type. But that's what I see coming. I don't think it's going to be a nice life for her at King's Landing.
I think that's kind of good. We're kind of a good place to kind of get back into things. Yeah. So we're just going to get into episode 3 right now.
All right.
What did you do? I followed him. He took the baby into the woods, the newborn. What business is that of yours? No, you don't understand. He's killing them, all the boys. You know. The wildlings serve crueler gods than you or I. Those boys are us as offerings. Offerings? He's murdering his own children. He's a monster.
Many a time, that monster's been the difference between life and death for our rangers. Your uncle among them. We have other wars to fight out there. Like it or not, we need men like Craster.
Not me. I'm running through the Codswood, sniffing the dirt, tasting blood in my mouth when I've made a fresh kill. Howling. Old Nan used to tell me stories about magical people who could live inside stags, birds, wolves.
That's exactly what they are, Bran. Stories.
I got him!
Yield! I yield!
Well fought. Approach. Rise. Remove your helm. Brienne of Tarth, you may ask anything of me you desire. It is within my power. It is yours.
Your Grace, I ask the honor of a place in your Kingsguard. I will be one of your 7, pledge my life to yours, and keep you safe from all harm.
Done. Rise, Brienne of the Kingsguard.
You are very welcome here, Lady Stark. I'm so sorry for your loss. You are most kind.
My lady, I swear to you, I will see the Lannisters answer for your husband's murder. When I take King's Landing, I'll bring you Joffrey's head.
It will be enough to know that justice was done, my lord.
Your Grace. And you should kneel when you approach the king.
There's no need for that. Lady Stark is an honored guest.
Has your son marched against Tywin Lannister yet?
I do not sit on my son's war councils, and if I did, I would not share his strategies with you.
If Robb Stark wants a pact with us, he should come himself, not hide behind his mother's skirts.
My son is fighting a war, not playing at one.
Recognize you? How could I? The last time I saw you, you looked like a fat little boy.
You were a fat little boy too. But I recognized you.
Why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to see who you were first. And I did.
The plans are made. It's time you heard them.
Father.
Father.
The wolf pup has gone south, with the entirety of the Northern Army at his back. While he's tangling with the Lion in the Westerlands, the North is ripe for the taking. The Ironborn will reave and pillage as it was in the old days, all along the northern coast. We'll spread our dominion across the Green Lands, securing the neck and everything above. Every stronghold will yield to us one by one. Winterfell may defy us for a year, but what of it? Your time with the wolves has made you weak.
You act as if I volunteered to go. You gave me away, if you remember. The day you bent the knee to Robert Baratheon. After he crushed you. Did you take what was yours then? You gave me away! Your boy! Your last boy! You gave me away like I was some dog you didn't want anymore! And now you curse me because I've come home!
I'm brokering an alliance with House Martell of Dorne. Princess Marcella will wed their youngest son when she comes of age, ensuring their loyalty and their army should we need it.
Marcella, sent away to Dawn.
But remember, the Queen mustn't know.
Ooh, the Queen mustn't know. I love conversations that begin this way.
I plan to marry Princess Marcella off to Theon Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy. Forgive me, my lord, but how? He grew up a ward of Winterfell. He fights for Robb Stark.
Precisely. Theon's father loathes the Starks, and will convince the boy to come to our side. Greyjoy can destroy the Northern Army from within, and we can have his father's ships. But remember, you must tell no one.
Tell no one what?
I plan to wed Princess Marcella to Robin Arryn of the Vale. Lysa is not fond of me.
God, he's so good.
Perhaps the promise of a royal match will convince her to let bygones be bygones.
I can't decide how I like it better. This way? Or this way?
God damn. Oh my god. Yo, if he was gay.
Lola.
She's putting up a good fight.
Beauty most desired is the beauty concealed.
Okay. Girls out there just need to start watching Game of Thrones and they'd be straight up. You know?
Must be the wine,
Do you want my brother to come in and help?
Ooh, that's fucked up. She knows?
Oh, he could get you started. I know he wouldn't mind. Or I can turn over and you can pretend I'm him.
Fuck! She doesn't care at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck! Go get your money, girl. God damn.
They want to tear us apart. And the best way to stop them is to put your baby in my belly. You can try again later. You decide how you want to do it. With me and Loris, however else you like.
Oh wow, she's so cool with whatever. That's so weird.
Whatever you need to do. You are a king.
A hell of a queen. God damn.
I will not let you ship her off to Dawn as I was shipped off to Robert Baratheon.
Dawn is the safest place
He
for
knows
her.
who's the leak is. Oh, he's so good, and he figured out who the leak is.
That's why we need to seduce them. We're going to need their support in the war your son started.
She'll be a hostage.
So good.
A guest.
You won't get away with this.
Dude, it's so good. So good. Damn.
He knows how to play the game.
He really does. That was so genius. Yeah, you need to pick your... What? After calling him your brother, man, and these people don't even respect you? What is your real family at? Wow, he burns it. Okay, fiance. That's what I'm talking about. Betrayal, I called it. Wow. It's great imagery, though.
Yeah.
Light slowly fading on the
What is dead may never die. What is dead may never die.
Oh, he's gonna betray his father.
But rises again. Harder and stronger. Stand.
I wonder if that's what he's gonna do and then help, because he'll be the leader technically anyways. He'll kill his father and then talk his sister into... Wow. I hope they don't get together. That'd be weird.
I don't appreciate being made a fool of, dwarf. If Marcella marries the Martell boy, she can't very well marry Robin Arryn, can she?
No. Afraid not. Sorry about that.
And Harrenhal. I suppose that's off the table as well.
Yes, I fear so. Sorry about that, too.
Leave me out of your next deception.
That's a shame. You were to be the centerpiece of my next deception. My brother Jamie rots in a northern stockade. I would see him released. That's where you come in.
Robb Stark will never release the Kingslayer.
No, he won't. But his mother might. How would you like to see your beloved cat again? I told Varys that I was giving the princess to the Greyjoys. I told Littlefinger that I planned to wed her to Robin Arryn. I told no one that I was offering her to the Dornish. No one but you.
Eunuchus, spies everywhere.
Cut off his manhood and feed it to the goats.
No.
There are no goats, half-man.
We'll make do. How long have you been spying for my sister?
All I did for House Lannister. Always. Your Lord Father, ask him. I've always been his servant, since the days of the Mad King.
I don't like his beard.
What? Oh, no. I always served Lannister.
Get him out of my sight. Throw him in one of the black cells.
Oh, no, please, don't. You can't do this to me.
For your trouble.
Three great men sit in a room, a king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other two. Who lives, who dies?
Depends on the sellsword.
Does it? He has neither crown nor gold, nor favor with the gods.
He has a sword, the power of life and death.
But if it's swordsmen who rule, why do we pretend kings hold all the power? When Ned Stark lost his head, who was truly responsible? Joffrey, the executioner, or something else?
I've decided I don't like riddles.
Power resides where men believe it resides. It's a trick, a shadow on the wall. And a very small man can cast a very large shadow.
So be it.
I always hated crossbows. Take too long to load!
Goddamn, no. What the fuck is wrong with them?
We're looking for a bastard named Gendry. Give him up, or I'll start taking eyeballs.
You want Gendry? Already got him. He loved that helmet.
Good job, Marty. Still stupid for going back, but I guess going back saved Gendry, which is important. So.
Yeah. All right. So, first things first, because we've met a new character now, and fuck, marry, kill has changed a little bit.
Oh god, this is going to be a reoccurring thing. It's not just a piece of meat for you guys.
Well, Abby Tabby and Bhavneet Kohli, one of them had a specific one, and then one of them was just like, just fuck, marry, kill everybody in the show in general. But this specific one, Melisandre, Marjorie Tyrell, and Shay.
Melisandre,
the red woman, the red
killed. I'm not trying to say that. These are things. And
Marjorie is.
Yeah, I saw Marjorie, the girl who's like down for whatever for her king. That's crazy.
And Shay is Tyrion's whore.
Oh, okay. I would marry Melisandre, or not Melisandre. I mean Marjorie. Okay. Yeah, kill Melisandre, and then probably fuck Shay. No offense to Shay, I know she's more than that, but she seems a little like resilient and frustrating, like a problem and kind of selfish. And Margie just seems like down for the cause. And like, obviously,
I think you hit the nail on the head. Like,
that's not too far off base.
I will always say marry Marjorie. Like,
that's a solid ass chick. Already in love with her. So far, it's been great.
Yeah, no, she's she's just like, hey, you need a king, to stop people squabbling. You need to put a baby inside me, and
so do it.
Be like, if you need my brother to help get you started.
That was a little weird. I know I'm saying, man, that was a little weird.
Yeah.
But we can look past that, but it doesn't even happen in my world. But, alright, what else we got?
So, you got a little bit more of Renly. Have your opinions on him changed at all?
Yeah, it's decreasing as time goes on. I didn't really like him to begin with. I liked him. I didn't even have an opinion, and then from my non-opinion became just a little bit of dislike. And then from the little bit of dislike, just because he seemed like very, like, bitchy to his brother and like annoying and like whiny and like not really the guy I would want leading. Then with his position with Ned, I didn't like how he just suddenly jumped for the throne and was like not even willing to like help with Ned or anything. So then
didn't he say that he would bring Joffrey's head to Catelyn Stark?
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, well now we're jumping ahead. But yeah, I was saying originally he wasn't willing to like let Ned rule or even let his brother rule. He was trying to take rule for himself, but that bothered me.
Yeah, he was trying to talk with Ned, being like, wait for me, let me get some forces so that I can take over.
Yeah, but it's still more. Right. I didn't like it because it was still in his own interest and still in the ear of his lover. And then now he's saying that he'll bring Joffrey's head to Catelyn Stark, which is great. But then they kind of foreshadowed everything with with her just getting interrupted immediately by that lady and saying that, it's your eminence, or what is it, your grace?
Your grace.
Your grace, and it's a little foreshadowing because he still wants to be supreme leader, and so it doesn't really matter what he plans to deliver. I mean, it does work in the Game of Thrones. God, shouts out real quick to Tyrion for his little sleuthing this episode. But in the Game of Thrones, sometimes you have to agree to things that you don't necessarily know you're going to uphold, or even know necessarily that will come to fruition, but just in order to get what you need, sometimes you have to agree to things. So I think Catelyn should agree regardless, but I think eventually once there's a little more power behind her, she should definitely establish the fact that it is the King of the North and then the King of the South, or whatever he wants to proclaim himself. But yeah.
So yeah, Movie Lover Fan 18 wants to know if Catelyn will succeed in negotiating an alliance with the North and Renly.
On some level, on a limited terms, maybe not everything exactly what she would want yet, but on some limited terms, yes.
And will Tyrion succeed in forming an alliance with Dorne by marrying off Marcella? You haven't really heard too much about Dorne. That's a kind of hard question. I could go a little bit into lore right now, but I don't really know how much I want to talk. Yeah, we'll skip that one for now. Now, you said, do you think Theon's making the right choice? And what choice do you think Theon is making? Because you have a couple things. Because you were calling on him to initially betray Robb Stark.
Yeah, which he did, kind of.
By not sending the letter.
And by teaming up with...
But you also said that maybe he was going to overthrow his father.
Right, which I think he still is.
Okay.
And so
and then
and then join Robb, which I even said then back in, which I've already called all of this technically, but I originally thought he'd just betray him, and I thought, well, maybe he'll betray him and then overthrow his father somehow. And I still think that, especially with the way he looked at his dad, and then just how he like burnt up the letter. And I think they have a lot of double meanings in this show, which I've sort of realized and appreciate, is that sometimes they're a little foreshadowing. Foreshadows when he was burning up the letter, like burning the ties between Robb, or also burning up the letter is in changing his decision of how his approach is going to be with this. Instead of sending a letter and letting Robb know originally, maybe he then now plans to overthrow his father, and through steel, maybe he'll even say that, through iron, take back his...
pay the iron price.
Pay the iron price and take back what was rightfully his, since it was given away to him, to his sister, because obviously they value his sister more than him right now, and I feel like to be himself and to truly come into his own, he has to take his iron, or pay the iron way, but not with, I'm praying, because I like Theon a little bit, and I feel like there's more to his character than a lot of people realize, and so hopefully Theon can make the right decision and stay with Robb.
Yeah. And then at the end there, you noticed that Arya did give that axe to those 3 dangerous people in the cage.
Oh! Yeah, so they're going to come free her, maybe, or at least the nice guy, which makes sense. I don't think immediately, but maybe later on, because they're now free and not killed. I didn't know if that guy was killing that guy at the end. That got out. You know how the guy was like, and like the horse rider was like pulling a sword out of somebody?
Okay.
I don't know if that was the guy, but if it wasn't the guy and those guys are free, I foreshadow that they can then hopefully go free Arya, because they're going to be going to take into, where are they called again? They're going to be, they said they're taking them to, well, I guess, but
yeah,
there's some place where they're possibly being taken. They could free them from there, or they could just come out and stop them right now, maybe. But yes, Arya is in a predicament, but she did buy them some more time, and also take the head price off of.
But they were also locked in the cage because they were really dangerous people.
That's true, so they may not even care, and they might not even like help her at all. Or they could do bad stuff. I doubt it.
Okay, but yeah, you think that, well, especially the one guy you were talking about.
Yeah, there's one guy with some hope there.
Okay.
And they lingered, when he saw her give her the axe, he like lingeredly looked at her, and so like they foreshadowed some type of action there.
Cool. All right, I think that does it for questions from these guys. There's some questions for after episode 4, but I don't think any of these other ones kind of apply right now. So going back to the very beginning of the episode, Jon Snow didn't die. He just got hit in the face, surprise attack.
Didn't die, but
he dragged him back, and Craster's pissed. And Gior knew. He knew.
Yeah, and is okay with it. And apparently this is like a couple practices, not necessarily the daughter thing, but... So then this now changes my opinion on the White Walkers, because now it seems like the White Walkers aren't really dormant, they're just appeased. And so as long as they're appeased, they're not going to take, past the wall because they're getting fed. But until they stop getting fed, maybe they're rallying, all these wildlings are rallying, like, we're not going to give you guys a summer any longer. Like, we've paid the winter price as long as we've paid, now it's for you guys to... So maybe that's now while the wildlings or the White Walkers are coming out of hibernation. And super messed up. And I'm kind of reminiscent to like how the world runs, like someone's going to have to be poor, someone's going to have to pay the price, which is super sad. Or at least how we have it set up. And so I think they're kind of like mirroring that a little bit with the sacrifice, I think they called it, to the White Walkers. And the Gior's like, it's people like that keep us safe, and it's it's a messed up, and I feel like Jon's fighting for the hope that we all have, that there's like a better world out there.
And Sam giving a gift to Gilly, his mother's.
Sam, he gave her hope, is what he gave her. He gave her life. That literally might become her like prized possession, and you could saw like quickly she like took it away, and like sometimes just a small gesture like that can change a person's life, and I think that Sam is realizing that's his role in this, is to give people that little
moments of hope.
The little moments of hope, that little Samisms. He gave Jon hope, even when he should have left. He kept him there and gave him hope. And Sam's a great character.
All right. Now there's another character that we met I think we touched on a little bit earlier, but at Renly's tournament, fighting Loras Tyrell, Brienne of Tarth.
Oh yeah,
very very large woman. Like, you saw her standing next to Catelyn Stark.
Oh my god, so big tall, really big, not a lady.
Yeah, and
she pointed out.
She kicked the crap out of Loras. And Loras is
one of the best fighters.
Well, I don't want to say one of the best, but I mean he was able to not.
Brienne.
Okay, the car stopped. Honking. The alarm stopped. So yes, back on topic. Brienne of Tarth, large woman.
Very large.
And Loras
loyal.
is not known. I mean, he's known as a good fighter. He's not known he's not like on the same level as like Barris and Selmy or Jaime.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, he did like in the jousting. He was able to get the mountain.
He did knock the mountain off, but I mean, I guess he was in his own
right
time.
So, right. Well, and actually, some people kind of were going a little bit more into that. Apparently, he kind of cheated.
That's what they were. That's what Littlefinger
was saying. Like his horse was in heat. It was a female horse, and like the mountains was like a male horse, and so like.
Oh, that's why the mountain killed the horses because
it
was the reason that it messed up.
It's something weird like that.
Sense though.
But anyway, so Loras isn't a bad fighter by any means, but like Brienne is
a really
brutal
good fighter. Yeah, my goodness.
And Renly's like, if there's anything I can give for you within my power, I will do it. And she's just like, I want to be a member of the Kingsguard.
I wonder what her reason for that is, and I don't know where her allegiance even stems from that, or why she would even want to be a member of the Kingsguard so bad. Maybe it's just that she's always wanted to prove herself to be a knight, and then like that
being
would make being a woman, and maybe that's her reasoning behind it. But I don't know. There's something more to that. Also, I think Renly likes the fact that he may not say it, but the fact that like she didn't kill him, like she did also, without. Maybe that's just a rule along too, but like she did just hastily it was like there was reserve in the fighting, which is important too. So she's like a skilled fighter, not just a brute. I'm curious to see. Obviously, she's already really loyal to Renly, or at least so it seems. Especially even like making sure that he's addressed correctly by Catelyn and like where she's going and stuff. But she seems loyal.
So Tyrion kind of pissed Littlefinger off.
I love Tyrion.
By being like, oh yeah, I'm going to give you a castle if you, help marry Marcella off to Robin. And it's just like, what? But
then I love it that he still did that, and it still got him even telling him you're the part of my next ruse.
Right?
And he still is going to hopefully go do it. Which is great.
Well, because it's Catelyn Stark.
Because you know their motives, and that's what's important, is knowing people's motivations.
The object of Littlefinger's...
What does Littlefinger want? Power and money. I offer that to you. Here, take it. Oh,
what do you want, Catelyn Stark?
Tyrion's smart because he didn't break the deal. He just backed out of it. Never mind, don't even do anything. Which is smart. It's not even like, I didn't hold up my end. Lannister always pays their debt. But he just didn't even have it happen, and now who knows what this is going to happen.
But that was a really genius way of kind of weeding out the rats.
Yeah.
Like, he's...
And that's what Ned lacked. What Tyrion has is what Ned lacked. And even though Tyrion has a little bit of Ned's honor, Tyrion is what Ned's honor should progress to be, at least from what I've seen from Tyrion. Like, he hasn't done anything atrocious, even though he said he's going to marry off this princess. Like, he hasn't yet, and he hasn't done anything crazy. So, he just knows how to work around, and also for the common good as well, which is good.
And then he had a little... After they put... it might have been like right before they put Maester Pycelle in jail.
Oh yeah, that was good. I knew it had to have been him. He's been through too many kings and hands, and it's got to be him. And I knew it was him.
And he was talking to Varys, and Varys was saying, power is a curious thing. Is the person that wields the sword that has the power, or and then he's like the line. Power is where men believe it resides, where men believe it does.
It's where your emphasis and where your focus is at, and rallying people behind you, and convincing people to follow you, and a
small person can cast a large shadow.
Yeah, and that too, and because look back to what Littlefinger was saying with Cersei, and that he had the power because he knew, but then she's like, no, I have the power with the sword.
Knowledge is power. No, power is power. There's some really good lines in this show.
It really is, and I learned so much. I feel like I'm growing with the show as a person, but it's true though, because both of those are equally powerful, only to what it is. Because if then she only has so much power over those swords as she can with knowledge to control those swords with coin. And with women, if she doesn't have those, and someone gives knowledge and manipulates those swords against, you see, so it's just whatever you can use the power. It's all just what did Varys call it? It's all just a facade. It's all just a shadow on a wall. Yeah. Power's not real. Create your own power.
So
that's our message for this episode.
Some really hashtag create your own power.
Hashtag create your own power.
Start creating hashtags.
Episode 3.
You know, let's just
be a hashtag from now for each episode. Hashtag for this episode.
Oh man,
create
the
your own
greatest
power.
hashtag would have been when life fucks you, you fuck it right
When
back.
life fucks you, fuck it right back, and you better.
I don't know. I'm not even really active on Twitter, but maybe you can start.
We'll figure out a way. We're gonna start. You guys are the people. You guys.
Maybe I'll create a Board Watch Twitter account. So I think that's a good place to end this discussion. And we're gonna start getting into episode 4 right now. Again, thank you guys very much for watching.
Like,
subscribe, comment. You know all that fun stuff.
Keep it popping.
We'll see you next time.